Alrighty, back with another video. If you watched my last two videos on this truck, we did the Banks rear diff cover and AMSOIL fluid change. I had both drive shafts rebuilt. I didn't film, but like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I changed the fluid in my G56 transmission and then added these coolers on each side. And then I used the AMSOIL sinker mesh, and I don't know, it still seems to shift about the same as what the fluid was in before. So, but I put the coolers on, put the B&M short throw shifter, and then these coolers allowed you to add an extra quart. So, and then I wanted to fill it 1 quart over to try to help with the gear rollover noise. So I got 8 quarts in this transmission because it's supposed to be 6. 1 quart over would be 7. These coolers add an extra quart, so 8, which would make it basically like the original 7. So did that. I hadn't touched the front diff yet. I'll probably change the fluid in that eventually, but this video is going to be about the fluid in the transfer case. Pretty self-explanatory. You got your drain plug, you got your fill plug, 3/8 extension, 3/8 extension. Everybody knows you pull the fill plug before you pull your drain plug, just in case you can't get that out. And then these transfer cases take just under 2 quarts. Now Mopar sells some special transfer case fluid, but if you look at the stuff, it looks just like ATF plus 4. They originally put ATF plus 4 in these G56 transmissions, so I'm assuming it's the same thing in the transfer case. Even though if you go to the dealership, they'll tell you it's not, but it's, if you ever looked at it or smelled it or touched it, it looks just like red ATF plus 4. So again, I'm an AMSOIL fanboy, and I went on their website, and this stuff is good for Chrysler ATF plus 4 and a bunch of other stuff. So if it's good enough for that, I'd say it's good enough for the transfer case. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drain it and then fill it back up with this stuff. I can only imagine what the dealership wants now for a quart of that transfer case fluid, but my opinion, I think it's just rebadged ATF plus 4, and then they're just charging you an astronomical price. At one time, it was like $30 a quart for that stuff. So I don't know what it is now. Don't quote me. I would say it's a lot higher than that, especially how the dealership is now. But I'm going to bust the fill plug first, and then bust the drain plug, let it drain, and then we're going to see about refilling this. Pretty self-explanatory and easy. I'm kind of try to set you up. Just bear with me. I think you can see I might be in the way. Who knows? Fill plug, drain plug. Let's see if I can get this fill plug out. Ah, heck, that's kind of scary how loose that was. So get my drain plug ready. Yeah, ain't no way it should have been that loose, I wouldn't think. Well, that was loose too. So they weren't. Someone might have been in here before, I don't know. drain this out. Yeah, that looks like ATF plus 4. See how red it is? I bet that's ATF plus 4. That's what I'm going to just put automatic transmission fluid back in it. So we'll let that drain and put the drain plug back in, pull the fill plug out and fill it up. Okay, I got the drain plug out. As you can see, it had some sort of thread sealant on it. Looked like it was a paste, but I'll use the Teflon tape. And as you seen, me taking that fill and drain plug out, they were just barely on there. Alright, where are you at? Teflon tape's on. If you're going to screw it on this way, you put your Teflon tape the opposite way. And usually try to get about 3 layers. I think the torque spec is 22 foot-pounds, but we're just going to hand tighten it. It's definitely tighter than what it was before. You don't want to go too crazy on it and bust out the transfer case. Fill plugs out, and then we'll just fill it out. It should be about 2 quarts. So I got the Teflon tape ready on the fill plug. And Sam's oil stuff is the easy fill bag. And you just fill it up until it starts running out. think that's spilling out yet. I think that's where I just spilt some as I was putting it in. Making a mess. As you can see, it's coming out, so I gotta hurry up and put the fill plug back in. Is easy peasy. Drain plug, fill plug, about 2 quarts. Fill it up till it starts spilling out. Put the plug back in, and you're good to go. I used Amsoil synthetic ATF.